right, good evening, everybody, and welcome to Creative Apes Presents A Night with the Apes. Very glad that you guys joined us out here tonight. My name is Greg Myers. I am the president of Creative Apes Comedy Club, and I'm going to be the host for this evening, among other people as well. So by a show of hands for those out in the audience, and you could raise your hands if you're watching at home too, how many of you guys have ever been to a Creative Apes show before? All right, so we got a healthy amount of hands. It's really good to see. Just to catch you guys up, for those of you who have never seen our show, whether that is you guys at home or those out here in the audience, we are an improvisational comedy troupe, and we specialize in improv comedy. So essentially what we do is completely improvise everything that we do on stage. Everything that you're about to see is made up on the spot. You're seeing it for the first time, as well as us. That being said, this show is heavily audience participation. So if we ask you guys for a prompt, whether that be a non-geographical location or an occupation or anything of the like, we need you guys to shout that out. So the better prompts, the better suggestions, the funnier the suggestions, the better the games are going to be. So you guys are just as important as we are up here. That being said, just a few things. There are exit over here that is blocked by Nikos in the director's chair in the case of an emergency of any sort. And also please silence your cell phones. It may not distract me, it may distract somebody else here or anybody else working on the crew here. So, without further ado, I introduce myself as Greg Myers. Let me introduce the rest of the apes that are going to be performing here tonight. Be joining me right here. So first up, we have the Vice President of Creative Apes Comedy Club, Kyle Pratt. Hey, hey! Next up, we have our Events Coordinator, Mark Tabales. Bring it on up, Mark. It's a real charismatic intro. Next up, we have our treasurer, Zach Talarino.
Can you see me?
No, I think you're good.
Oh, okay, good.
Right, good. And next up, we have our most senior non-officer, creative ape himself, Brandon Mason. Good job, bud. Good job.
I did it.
All right, we have the man with the meme or the balloon animals. Bring it on up, Ted. That's lovely. Is that for me?
Of course it is, darling.
Thank you. I'll talk into this instead. Next up, we have Ben Martin. He'll probably offend you at some point tonight, so be careful. Next up, we have the man with the unpronounceable last name, Nikos Asimakopoulos.
You got it right.
Yeah.
Good job.
There you go. And second to last, we have our most outgoing and verbose member of the troupe, Tanner Kuhn. What a guy. And last but not least, making his debut for the Creative Apes Comedy Club in his first big show, we have Ryan Flynn. So we're going to be doing 6 games in the first half. We're going to be taking a brief intermission, and then we will be jumping in and doing 6 more games in the second half. So we really get comfortable, hope that you guys have a fun evening. And we are going to start off with our first game tonight, which is going to be Objection. We left the list down there, so I'm unsure of who is in Objection. So I need Nikos, Mark, Kyle, Zach, and Ted. The people that are on stage already, they're ahead of the game. Excellent, excellent. All right, move up, get comfy. So now, the first prompt that I'm going to ask you guys tonight is I need a topic for these guys to discuss here on stage.
Fruity Pebbles versus Cocoa Pebbles.
Fruity Pebbles versus Cocoa Pebbles, a timely and concerning issue. You guys can begin when you're ready.
I like flavor. Therefore, I must choose Fruity Pebbles. Because while I do love the good taste and the chocolate milk that is produced from Cocoa Pebbles, Fruity Pebbles makes my life a little more fruity. You know, little more, you know.
Objection! Fruity Pebbles are the most fatalistic of cereals.
Sustained.
All they do is they get soggy and soppy. Cocoa Pebbles, though, the crunch, the character. How could you not have those? The flavor overload.
Objection. I don't really know what Cocoa Pebbles are. I'm more of a Cheerios man.
Sustained.
I think it's the easy brand of everyone's life, right? It's always there. It's always going to be there.
Objection. What about life cereal?
Sustained.
Everyone lives. Everyone must have life cereal at some
Objection.
point.
It's hard to call life cereal, especially when honeycombs exist.
Sustained.
Honeycombs, a.k.a. the best cereal of all time, provide that honey flavor, which is healthy.
Objection!
Booberry.
Overruled.
Boo out of here. You just got booed by the person in charge. However, honeycombs.
Objections! Oreo-O's.
Sustained.
My go-to cereal as a kid, little Fruit Loop-looking things that are black and have white specks in them like
Objection.
Oreos.
Let's be practical here. Cornflakes were raisins.
Overruled.
As I was saying, Oreos.
Objection! Cornflakes, cooler older brother, Frosted Flakes.
Sustained.
They've got flavor and charisma, unlike you, sir. They're defined.
Objection,
exquisite.
they're not that great.
Sustained.
They're okay. They're not
Objection, but Apple Jacks are.
Sustained.
You get that cinnamon and apple flavor in your Cheerios.
great. Objection, there is no apple flavor in Apple Jacks.
Sustained.
That is a lie perpetuated by the big companies.
Objection. Reese's Puffs peanut butter chocolate flavor.
Overruled.
Apple Jacks taste exclusively like cinnamon. There is no apple flavor in Apple Jacks.
Objection! Is that a bad thing?
Sustained.
Why not just cut out the apple middleman and just have pure
Objection!
cinnamon
Then call them Cinnamon Jacks!
Sustained.
They are called Apple Jacks. There should be apple flavor in them.
Objection! It's called subtext!
Sustained.
I mean, for God's sake, man, read in between the lines.
Oh, objection. It's called being lied to.
Sustained.
It's the same thing with Fruit Loops, folks. They're all the same.
Objection! Lies are part of a balanced breakfast.
Sustained.
That's what my father always told me. Is he
Objection. Did your father also tell you lies are part of a capitalist system?
Overruled. Too political.
What about the knockoff brand Fruitios?
Sustained.
I'm just gonna say.
Objection,
Fruitios were-
great value brands are awful.
Sustained.
Just gonna throw that out there. If you buy a Walmart brand cereal, you're just not doing it right. You can't live your life eating great
Objection.
value.
$2 more in my pocket says you're wrong.
Sustained.
Fruitios.
Objection, $2 is the average wage of a Walmart worker.
True and sustained.
Walmart workers not paid enough.
Objection. But even a Walmart worker won't eat Cocoa Pebbles.
Sustained.
Fruity Pebbles all the way 100% of the time. They taste great. They look great. They make your milk taste
Objection!
great.
What about Smack'ems?
Sustained.
Think of the charismatic little green frog. He's so happy you're gonna eat his stuff.
Objection. Fruity rice?
Sustained.
I saw that once and I got curious and I brought it. It was $1 for like, I don't know, the same size.
Objection. I think we're all ignoring the big rabbit in the room.
Sustained.
Tricks are for kids, folks, and we are all adults. That's why we should
Objection,
eat
what
them.
about the leprechaun?
Sustained.
You need to have your Lucky Charms or else that little leprechaun's gonna get them, and that's my cereal.
Objection. The tiger came right back out of the tundra.
Sustained.
Tony the tiger, specifically, Frosted Flakes are a good second to honeycombs. Honeycombs being
Objection,
the best.
why are all cereal brand mascots animals?
Sustained. Kyle wins.
Blueberries from chocolate.
The Flintstones.
All right, so I need you to stay local. The next game we are going to be playing is called Scene in 60 Seconds. Unprofessional, but I am going to have to use my phone for this one. Brandon as well, and I will explain why. Bring it on up, folks. Don't be shy. So this game, Scene in 60 Seconds, Brandon and Kyle are going to be acting out a scene in 60 seconds. And then they will act out the same scene in 30 seconds. And then 10 seconds, and then 5 seconds, and then somehow, you're about to witness it, in 1 second. So all I need from you guys is I need an object, an appropriate object.
Skateboard.
A skateboard. So as soon as I get my clock queued up here, you guys are going to act out a scene in 60 seconds involving a skateboard. Filler.
60 seconds about up.
There we go. And begin scene.
Bro, check, that's a nice skateboard you got there.
Thanks.
Can I try it out?
I'm stuck.
You're stuck.
I haven't learned how to move on a skateboard yet. I can just stand in one spot.
Oh, I can totally teach you. All right, ready? Just gotta. One, I'm gonna push you. Ready?
Push me where?
Push you forward. Ready?
That doesn't make any sense.
No, it's okay. It's okay. 1, 2, 3.
I told you it didn't make any sense.
It made perfect sense if you just went with the plan.
If the wheels are facing that way, you had no plan.
I can do that. Give me that. Facing forward.
Yep.
Here we go. Oh, jeez! All right, buddy.
Not so easy, huh?
Oh, it's not so easy. This is what I think about your stupid board.
That was impressive.
Thanks.
What do you
Taekwondo.
think? I just thought it was.
All right, we'll wrap it up. Nice. All right, so now they are going to act out that enthralling scene in 30 seconds. And go.
Nice board, dude.
Thanks.
You want me to help you out?
I haven't learned how to move yet. I'm just standing still.
That's okay. We can do this together. Ready?
Why are you gonna push me that way?
I'm gonna push you that way.
The
because
wheels are.
If you just work with me, ready?
No,
One,
no,
two,
no.
three. Perfect.
Told you it wasn't gonna work.
It was gonna work if you
Didn't work
give,
at all.
just give me.
Go ahead, Ray.
Bam. On it. Here we go. Jeez. All right, buddy. This is why I think you're a skateboard.
Wow, that was impressive.
I know. Taekwondo.
There we go. So now they're about to condense that 30-second scene into 10 seconds. Gotta have this. Begin scene.
Want to push?
Oh man, no!
Gnarly, bro. Hey! All right. Bam! Look at me go. Push again. Jeez! Buddy, that's it!
Wow.
All right, let's tighten it up just a little bit more now. We're gonna do this in 5 seconds. And go.
Oh, give me your board. Jeez.
That was impressive.
Thank you. Taekwondo. Stop.
And now, the moment you've been waiting for. The skateboard scene in 1 second. And go.
Get out of the way. Give me your skateboard. We started it.
So the next game we are going to be playing is called Superheroes. So I need Ben, Mark, Nikos, and Tanner on the stage. Thank you, Jonathan.
Oh, it's bright up here.
Welcome to the big time. So Mark here, if you couldn't tell, is a superhero. And every superhero needs a superhero name. What's Mark's superhero name?
Socially awkward man.
Garbage man.
Socially awkward man.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be hard to play off.
Socially awkward. Socially awkward man lives in this fair city, a vigilante that runs in the fair night. And there's a problem in this fair city. What is the problem that socially awkward man has in the city?
They ran out of Fruity Pebbles.
Social media.
Social media. There's too much social media. Everybody is too social for socially awkward. Begin scene.
Oh, that little kid's going to bed alone. That's good. Doesn't have any partners. That's good. Invited people out to a party, never came. That's good. That's good. That's good. Everybody's a little awkward tonight. Everybody's a little. You all gotta be down sometimes. It's feeling good. Wait, what is that? Is that Twitter? What the hell is Twitter? Oh man! I thought people were weird. Now they're being weird online. They're being weird socially. What the? I can't do this anymore. I can't do this anymore. I'm gonna need help. Because I need to get rid of these damn people.
I got your Facebook message.
Oh, thank God. It's Bouncy Boy.
Bouncy boy. That's me.
Yeah.
What can I do to help?
Well, you see. All right. First of all, you have to back up, man. I don't feel comfortable.
You telling me to stop bouncing?
You don't have to
telling me
stop bouncing.
to stop bouncing? Okay.
Come on, man. Distance. Secret square. Back.
Hey, friends don't keep secrets.
Please. Look, everybody's on the Twitters, and I don't know what to do anymore.
So Twitter's is plural now. That is a problem. What are we going to do about that?
I don't know, man, but they just need to go back to being like how they used to be. You know, they didn't talk to each other. Nobody cared.
We got to bounce them back into reality.
Yeah. Try it.
They didn't like me.
No. No, actually, I think the cops are gonna come for you pretty soon.
Yeah, we're going to need some help real fast.
How can I help you?
Yes, Captain Guidance Counselor is here to save us.
I can get you into college. Don't you worry about
Can
that.
you fix my problems?
I can tell you what classes to take.
Damn it.
Biology. Take that.
Can you tell me how to stop
Sociology.
bouncing?
Gym class maybe? They'll tire you out. Yeah, thank you. I get paid by the hour, so what do you need? What's the problem?
There's a lot of social media out there.
Social
Twitter
media?
is plural now.
Did you take the SATs already? What are SATs? They're tests that get you into college.
What's a test?
And they post the scores online. You can link them to your friends on Facebook.
It doesn't really seem to be solving our issue at all.
That's true.
I know.
But that's the world we live in.
What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do?
I honestly thought you would fix more problems than this.
Hey, there they are.
Damn it.
We're gonna need some more help.
Apparently, Cash Me Outside Girl and Daniel from Damn Daniel are going to be on Ellen. This Twitters thing is great.
It's MySpace, man.
No, it's not!
And I hate it! Facebook profile pictures. Twitter
alright.
updates.
Before we
LinkedIn
continue.
business. I started this!
Okay. Everybody on one side. There we go. That makes me feel better. Go.
MySpace is going to be the unifying
No, no,
factor.
no,
in all
no,
of
no,
these.
no, no, no.
All right, listen.
Don't touch it.
We need to die like I did in 2008. So here's the plan. You get everyone so stressed out about college. I don't care if they're seniors, juniors, hell, sophomores and freshmen. Get them so focused on college they forget about social media. You take that stress. You're a stressed ball.
Yeah.
Take it. Take it and make them all just not want to talk about anything. You can tell them all to bounce.
I'm good at that.
I'll update. And one person will see. Fix it.
Yeah, you don't want to do anything with your life. Just go. Just go. Just move along.
I hope you pass gym class. Maybe you should try psychology. I'll see you, Elizabeth.
Well, you probably think I'm going to make some pun about, bouncing out of here, but see you.
It's an awkward three peoples.
And scene. That was really good. Okay, this next game is called Change It. So for this game, I'm going to have Greg and Kyle. And they're going to act out a scene for you guys. But if I don't like the way it's going, I'm going to change it. So first I need a location.
The sewer. Arby's.
The sewer. You guys are in the sewer. And go.
Oh, don't push it towards me.
Well, I'm trying to make a walkway.
Change
here.
it.
I am trying to kick shit all over you.
Well, you're doing a pretty good job.
All right, well, listen. If we're going to make it out of here somehow, we need to team up and work together.
Then maybe you shouldn't be kicking shit on my pants.
Well, maybe you should be standing over there. when
Change
I'm
it.
kicking- Well, maybe you should be crouching there.
Change it.
Well, maybe you should go home. This ruined our friendship.
But you know as well as I do, this is my home.
Change it.
You know as well as I do, I don't have a home.
Change it.
You know as well as I do, my home life was not very good growing up.
I know, mine neither. But that's why we're trying to make it here in the sewers. We'll be the first couple friends.
Change it.
We'll be the first couple mates to make it down here in the sewer. You and I start a whole new life down here.
Change it.
We're gonna probably, you want to go somewhere else, anywhere else besides the sewer? It smells terrible down here.
Maybe the park?
I like the park. That's
Change
actually, no! Effing no. I'm not doing the park.
Okay.
You know what happened at the park.
Change it.
You'll never believe what happened at the park.
Well, tell me.
Well, it was I was on the slide, and there was a girl on the other end
Change
of the
it.
slide. So what happened was my grandpa and I were walking through the park, and my grandpa yelled out 5 racist remarks.
Change it.
So it was me and you, and how do you not remember?
It's the fumes. I can't.
I know, the sewer's starting to get to my head a little bit. It actually starts to smell okay. So that's how I know we've been down here too long.
It smells like home.
Change it.
It smells like school.
You know, it's really strange. It does kind of smell like school. So, well, I think I found a ladder over here.
Change
So,
it.
well, I thought there was a ladder over there. So, change of plans. We get cell reception down here? No, we get none.
Change it.
Yes, we get tons of cell reception here.
Freaking Sprint.
Let's go to the fire department.
That sounds like a great idea.
Hi, fire department. We're in the sewer.
Change it.
Hi, fire department. We're lost. In the sewer.
Just tell them we need to get out of the sewer.
Change it.
Just tell them that we are in the park.
Yeah, we're in the park.
Oh, we're in the sewer.
We're trapped in the park.
Tell them to reroute to the sewer.
Reroute to the sewer. Reroute. No, don't reroute the sewer into the park. No, reroute.
Wait, no, tell them to reroute the sewer into the park so that we can just slide right out.
Reroute the sewer into the park.
And scene.
So the next game that we are going to be doing is called Restaurant. So, a couple of you guys would like to lift up that table. I will start to scoot over this chair. Essentially, actually somebody else can grab the chairs. So I need Ryan and Brandon, Zach, Nikos, and Ted all up here. And while they are setting up, this game, for those of you who have not seen it before, is called Restaurant. So Brandon and Ryan, who are so nicely setting up the restaurant for us, are out on a nice dinner together. Whether that be friends or partners, I don't discriminate. It's 2017, folks. And while they're on this dinner, what they don't realize is that they entered a restaurant with a very unusual theme. It's a very strange restaurant. They have no idea of this, though. So, that's where you guys come in. I need you guys to come up with an unusual restaurant theme for me.
Dinner theater.
I'm sorry?
Dinner theater.
Dinner theater. It's a dinner theater restaurant. Now, Brandon and Ryan, remember, they have no idea that this is any sort of dinner theater. Begin scene.
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
How's life?
Better than yours.
Listen, I just thought we could, hang out and have a nice dinner. I heard this place is great. Food's great.
Yeah, your brews are all right.
Good evening. You look famished. How are you, my boy?
Wonderful.
Ah, I don't buy that for a second, but you will. You'll buy a bunch. You there, my child. How are you this day?
I'm all right.
That sounds like you're actually critically okay. Can I get you something to drink?
I don't know. How about water?
Good. Can I get you a shrink? You look troubled.
I'll just take a water.
Fabulous. Stay pretty.
Thanks. Wow. What a weird. Oh, did you hear that?
Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears and tell me what you would like to order. The house salad is phenomenal.
The house salad?
Yes.
Is that as an appetizer or dinner? Okay, that's dinner. Well, what's the special?
Oh, yes, the special. For thee I tell thine. The special is roast hermit that I caught this morning for my lord, prepared in thy stew of the gods. Literally right here. Would you like some? Oh, okay. Bowls, I call! Bowls!
This is
Oh, wait, they put them under the table.
I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this.
No, come on, we're having a great time.
Audience interplay is everything in the theater!
Thank you, kind
There
sir.
you go.
Ask for some more. Say, please, sir, can I have some more?
Please, sir, can I have some more?
That accent was terrible, but we'll work on it.
Okay.
Yes! I will come with your drinks later.
I don't know about you, but I'm having a great time.
What the hell is this place?
A fantastic place, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, I got their waters. Yeah. Okay, you want them to rehearse their lines?
What?
All right. You gotta rehearse your lines.
My lines?
Your lines.
Where? Well, I didn't get any lines.
Come on, you've been working at this for how many weeks? What about him? Yeah. Be happier.
What?
The director wants you to be happier. Just do it or else he'll hit me. Come on!
I don't want anyone to get hit, just be
back.
happy.
Hey,
So I guess I have lines. How art thou today?
Fine on this good morrow.
Excellent.
Hello again, my
day.
treasured doves.
Oh,
Tell me, how are the hors d'oeuvres?
they are wonderful.
You seem parched.
Parched?
Perhaps we could quench them in song.
A barbershop 3? I don't know what that's called.
Trio!
Trio, there we go.
I like this.
Oh, you drink your water and good group. We sing and we dance for your entertainment. Please give us a lot of payment. We do this for you and for our enjoyment. I don't know what rhymes with enjoyment.
I can stay here. Yeah. By the way, my mom used to sing that song to me.
Really? Oh,
Wow. I love Muppets.
Wow. I think this is our time.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna hit it big.
Yeah, you know what?
Let's start
You know
a
what I
rap
should've
group.
done?
Yeah.
Wait, I didn't think it was that. I don't know. Not a rap
The
group.
Biggie Cheeses.
No, please not. No.
The Biggie Cheese Eyes.
Alright, maybe we should, guys.
Yeah, no, maybe that.
I hear the director. I hear the director.
Oh, wait, I need a check.
What? Check.
Okay.
Get off stage. Okay, I'll get off stage.
Okay.
All right, I'm looking for 3 idiots. 3 idiots. Come on, tell me, where are they? They call themselves actors.
Would it be the ones back there in the kitchen?
Oh, that would be them.
Hey, boss.
You had your fill.
Here, I got 20.
Here's the bill.
Yeah, just
Alright,
do
let's
that.
start coming back.
You're not getting paid. You owe us money. There's your bill.
Another bill.
You better tip, honey.
A tip. Did you bring it up for a tip?
I thought I did.
I got lint. Is that
What? Break their legs and they don't give a tip. You sure?
No, don't listen. Don't listen. No.
We had someone wasn't giving a tip.
And see.
Before we get to the bias, we hope you enjoyed the dinner theater. But keep the table right where it is, because we're about to jump into the last game of the first half, called Debate. So, Zach is going to join myself as a moderator, and we need Kyle, Tanner, and Mark to come somehow sit at this table. If it is your first time witnessing the game of Debate, essentially, these 3 lovely people here are going to be candidates on a panel, and they are going to be debating for a position. Now, we need an unlikely job, an unlikely occupation that these guys are running for.
Municipal
Shoefitter.
Coroner. They are running for the role of town coroner. Take it as you will. Begin scene. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another debate. My name is Greg.
I'm Zach.
And tonight we will be moderating this debate as we have 3 lovely candidates here running for the position of town coroner. So we will begin with some quick introductions. Candidate number 1. May you
Mort.
introduce yourself?
What was that?
Mort.
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 Easy.
Mort. That's pretty good. I like that name. Number 2?
Tommy.
Tommy, huh? His name's Tommy.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Mm.
Okay, and candidate number 3?
Mark.
Just Mark.
Mark.
Just Mark. Is it just Mark or Mark?
Mark.
Mark.
Mark, you don't have to be here. You know, this is a totally optional
Yeah.
position to run for.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Okay.
Very well.
I'll jump in with the first question.
Absolutely.
Okay, so if you're going to be the town coroner, you need to have past work experience, and it kind of has to be related to the field. So we'll start with you, Mort.
I have seen plenty of stiffs in my time.
Okay, may I ask where?
The coroner's office, the street, they're everywhere. Look for them.
Do you actively go out looking for bodies?
What else am I supposed to do in my downtime?
A lot of things, actually. Okay,
Tommy.
Tommy.
Hi.
Tommy, have you ever had a job before? You seem kind of young.
I'm 4.
That was 3 fingers.
4.
There you go. There you go.
Wait,
I
Tommy,
wish that was an accident.
you're 4 years old?
Yeah.
You let a 4-year-old out of this panel.
I'm not perfect. Okay, Tommy, I don't know why I'm asking this. Tommy, you ever had a job before?
Yeah.
What?
I had to make my bed once.
That's a big job, Tommy. That's a very big job.
Don't patronize him.
I'm sorry. How can you not? And Mark, what prior work or employment experience have you had, if any?
I actually work with the cops.
No kidding.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
In what capacity?
I was bringing down fake bags on 56th Street.
Bags, like Gucci?
Gucci, Versace, and all those Chinese knockoffs.
So you specifically were assigned to find fake handbags?
That's a good beat.
I found 67 in one day.
And you're good at it.
No.
That's why he's here. Okay.
Interesting.
I understand now.
Okay. I have a question, if I may jump in. Now, as the town coroner, your job is going to be that you are going to have to be at the scene of wherever the death takes place. So I guess the question I'm trying to ask here is, are you comfortable with bodies that may not necessarily have just deceased by, say, old age or any natural cause, but rather are you comfortable with, gruesome murders?
I don't think you need to go into any more detail than that.
Okay, yeah, point taken. We'll start with Mort.
As I've said, I've seen plenty of stiffs. Some recent, some decades old. Nothing phases me.
Decades?
Nothing phases you.
Wait, decades?
It's best if we just keep the questions at it.
Okay, fine. All right, fine.
All right. Hey, Tommy.
Hi.
Are you going to be able to handle dead bodies? Dead bodies, Tommy?
I saw a dead bug once. It was a beetle.
A dead bug?
It was a beetle.
A dead beetle? Did it have its guts and everything
Shut
everywhere?
up! Yeah.
I just want to see what you would say. All right, thank you, Tommy.
Welcome.
Take a sip of water. Remember to drink water. And Mark.
Yeah, no problem. I've seen worse stuff than the purses.
You've seen worse stuff than the purses.
Oh yeah,
Do tell.
dead squirrels. One time this lady had a finger just cut off in a random bag.
Ooh.
Another time it was a weird mixture of rat piss and decapitated crow's heads.
In a handbag?
I want to know how you knew it was rat's piss.
Rat piss has a certain smell. Let me tell you, by working in New York all these years, rat piss has a smell. It's distinct. It's almost like Coke Cherry, but if Coke Cherry was left out for a little bit, and you added some like really old milk.
Okay.
Yeah. Rat piss.
Well, looks like I'm never drinking Coke Cherry ever again. All right, why don't you
one more?
Yeah, one more.
One
question.
more. Okay. Now, with this job, you need to understand the human anatomy very well. How well do you know the human anatomy, Mort?
I know it inside and out.
Yeah, stay 500 feet or more away from my house. Tommy! Hi! You still with us, bud?
Hi.
How well do you know the body?
I know what a penis is.
Does your mother know you're saying that word?
She will now.
It's being live streamed everywhere.
Is Mom at home watching? Yeah.
Do you know anything else besides the P word?
No.
You don't know what this is called?
Hair.
Close enough.
Close enough. Close enough.
Okay. And Mark.
Mark.
Head, 2 arms, torso, legs. If it goes beyond that, I have no clue.
You know 4 basic groups of...
Do you really need anything else? They're dead bodies.
Your organs?
Yeah, the neck, everything connecting between?
No, it's just, they're dead. That's my official diagnosis.
Okay. Well, Mark's knowledge is limited, but I'm actually most comfortable with him out of the 3.
Yeah.
So now we are going to open it up to the audience. Is there any audience members out there that have any questions that are maybe brewing that they want to ask these 3 candidates? Remember, they are your town coroner as well. With no questions, nobody has anything they want to know about these guys. There's a strange group of individuals.
You.
Got any arrest records?
You got any arrest records? I want to know this answer too. Mort.
How's that criminal record looking?
The sheriff knows who I am.
Great.
As friends or?
Co-workers, well, the opposite sides of the table, both sides. I've been on the inside and outside of an interrogation.
Yeah.
Take that as you will.
Okay, Tommy. Tommy, have you been arrested before?
I got yelled at once.
I bet.
By who?
Did she put you in timeout?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For how long?
3 days.
Okay, moving on to Mark. Mark.
That explains the brain damage. Mark.
I was a good, upstanding NYPD cop. So I was arrested at least 3 times. Twice for public indecency, and once for touching something that wasn't a handbag that I thought was a handbag. It was actually a chihuahua. It got really bad.
Okay, can we put up the vote now?
No kidding. All right,
Please.
so now, since the audience is so enthusiastic out there, by a round of applause, we are going to vote for which candidate you like the best. Who votes for Mort? That's good, that's good. Who votes for Tommy? Yeah, that's what you got.
Even worse. Even worse.
And now, who votes for the street-hardened Mark? That's about what we expect.
Yeah, it is.
All right, it was too close. I'm going to have to do one more vote. One more time for Mort.
Woo!
And one more time for Tommy. I think I've made up my mind. Tommy, the 4-year-old, is going to be the next town coroner. All right, so we will be back in just a couple short moments. Stay tuned for St. Rose's very own nightly news will be rolling here. We'll be back in about 5, 6, 7 minutes.
Welcome to the Nightly News, brought to you by St. Rose Television at the College of St. Rose. Today is November 13th, 2017. I'm David Meister.
And I'm Leanne DiMartino.
Let's get into tonight's news.
Tonight we will be talking about upcoming events and opportunities on campus.
Tomorrow morning, from 10 until 4 p.m., volunteers can set up at tables to make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches to donate to various shelters and after-school programs in the area. The organizers for this annual PB and Jams event are hoping for a total of 4,000 sandwiches to give away.
The Council for Exceptional Children is hosting a professional development session called Stories of a Classroom, presented by John Gilroy. The event will begin tomorrow evening at 7 in the Lally Tui Forum. Professional development certificates will be provided, and all students are welcome to attend.
The Public Relations and Advertising Club is hosting a student alumni networking event. 6 alumni from the Communications Department will be presenting at a panel from 1 to 3 p.m. this Saturday in the St. Joe's Auditorium. Light refreshments will be provided, and attendees are encouraged to dress professionally and bring business cards.
On Thursday evening from 6 to 8:30 p.m., there will be a celebration honoring Suzanne Craig, the winner of the first ever Nellie Bly Award for investigative reporting. The event will take place at the First Unitarian Universalist Society of Albany, 1888. The reception will include a roundtable discussion with Craig, moderated by Susan Arbiter, host of Capitol Press Room, with William Rashbaum of the New York Times and Rex Smith of the Times Union. Tickets for the event are free for St. Rose students with a college ID.
70 people filled the sanctuary last week for the annual poverty simulation. The event was sponsored by the Center for Community Insight Incorporated in its entirety. The simulation represented a month of life in a low-income family.
A new laundromat called Supreme Wash has opened on Madison Avenue. The owner of the laundromat, Ayub Siraj, also owns Madison Pizza. One of Siraj's main goals is to bring community-friendly and reliable businesses to the area. The new laundromat is open 7 days a week from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m.
A plan to build a 4-story apartment complex to take the place of the Palladium Bowling Alley is in the works. Janicow Companies is looking at Ontario Street, so stay tuned for updates in the coming months.
Now let's go to SRTV's meteorologist, Theodore Stabile, to tell us what to expect for weather for the rest of the week.
Well, that was a dud. It's cold. Monday, we're going to have a high of about 41 with a low of 29. Then on Tuesday, again, a high of 41 and a low of 26. I just flipped that 9 right over. Then Wednesday, it's going to be partly cloudy with a high of 44 and a low of 37. Then Thursday, we get to our second highest temperature of the week with a high of 49 but a low of 27. Expect rain. Then Friday, it's going to be partly cloudy with a high of 39 and a low of 27. Then Saturday, we get our hottest temperature of the week with a high of 52 and a low of 35. But beware, there's going to be rain, and it's going to be freezing. And Sunday, it's going to be a high of 41 and a low of... Back to you.
Thank you very much, Ted. Let's get into this week in sports. Wrapping up their season was the women's volleyball team. Last Friday, they had a match against the Southern New Hampshire Penmen. They were defeated 3-2. Leading the way for St. Rose was senior Maddie Halverson with 12 kills. They looked to close out the season with a W against the Franklin Pierce Ravens, but were upended, losing 3-1. Leading the way was sophomore Stevie Schweitzer with 14 kills. The team finishes the season with a record of 12-17 and will look to better that mark next fall. Next up was the kickoff to the men's basketball regular season. The Golden Knights were competing in the St. Rose Tip-Off Tournament. It began on Saturday against the Caldwell Cougars, where the Knights came out victorious 74-56. The scoring department was led by junior Shane Harity with a career-high 20 points. They looked to ride that momentum into Sunday against the Malloy Lions, where they also won 86-75. Senior Julian Lipinski led St. Rose with a double-double, scoring 22 points and grabbing 12 rebounds. St. Rose will look to extend their start to 3-0 when they take on the Southern Connecticut State Owls on Wednesday. Also kicking off their regular season was the women's basketball team, who was competing in the Georgian Court Invitational over the weekend. On Saturday, they took on the Concordia Clippers, where they won 61-43. Sophomore Courtney Klassen had a strong outing with 23 points on the day. They look to start the season 2-0 against the hosts, the Georgian Court Lions, on Sunday, which they did in dramatic fashion, winning 76-74. The Golden Knights came back from 10 points down with 4 minutes to go in the fourth quarter to take the win. Sophomore Leah Dollard led St. Rose with 16 points and 9 rebounds on the match. The team will now enter conference action and will travel to take on the Southern Connecticut State Owls also on Wednesday. And that's all for sports this week.
That's all we have for the nightly news this week. Thanks for watching. I'm Leanne DiMartino.
And I'm David Meister.
For more information on any of our stories, take a look at the Chronicle, the St. Rose newspaper, both in print and online. See you next week.
Have a great night, everybody.
So the next game we're going to do to start the second half is going to be Foursquare. Can I get Ben, Ted, Nikos, and Ryan? Stand in a square, please.
A square? A perfect square? All right, well, let's just...
I'm going to stand over here. Now we're going to do 4 simultaneous scenes for you at once. And for Nikos and Ted, can I get a relationship?
Former roommates.
Former roommates, not current roommates, former roommates. One to the left, please. Can I get an object for these two? Blender. Blender. One to the left. Can I get an occupation for these two? Plumbers. All right, left. And now a non-geographical location.
Furniture store. Garden.
A furniture store. Perhaps Raymore and Flanagan.
We are a non-specific furniture store.
One to the left. What are you?
Former roommates.
One to the left.
What about blender?
Blender. One to the left.
Plumbers.
Yeah.
Plumbers. Take it away at plumbers.
I gotta get this. Come on, push it down in there. Come on, you get it. Yeah, hold on. Come on, it's not working! My hand's stuck. Get it out. Get it out. Just get it out. Okay. It's still in there. It's still in there. Damn it. The manager's gonna be so pissed.
Oh my god.
Actually, not so bad in here.
What do we do? What do we do?
I don't know. I'm kind of enjoying myself.
One to the right.
Try to blend everything we can find.
Let's blend some shit. Let's
All
go.
All right, let's see. We got a bunch of strawberries. Just
A potato.
Some cabbage.
Another potato.
Yep. Some fiberglass. We got
A third potato can't hurt.
Yeah, you know, gotta get that protein. Some screws, some Phillips, some flatheads.
Some broken glass. Ow,
Of
my
course.
hand.
Those characters. Let's see. What are we missing? We're missing a citrus.
We are. What's the best citrus out there?
I got it. Oh, wow. Battery acid. Here, I need you to look like that.
One to the right.
Don't be afraid to really. Oh, nice.
Ted?
Hey! You.
Remember when I was still allowed to live in Centennial?
Those were the days.
Oh!
Yeah.
Those were the days. Weren't they?
Yeah, I hold that L. My bad.
Yeah. Yeah. Remember that jar of piss that was right on our table?
Yeah, you know, you always kept trying to pass it off as olive oil, but I wasn't having it.
You know what? That was real piss.
That explains why my fish tasted funny.
Oh, no. Fish just taste funny normally. Ted, I want to level with you. I want you to know that I've gotten over the fact that I'm no longer your roommate.
I'm glad you moved.
I enjoyed Centennial 101A, where I actually lived. But I found better roommates.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Hmm?
Oh, yeah.
They're gonna tuck you in at night?
Like you never did?
Hey,
I'm sorry.
I toughened you up. I made you ready for the monsters out there.
Little did I know that the monsters were breaking in.
One to the right, please.
Yeah, so I was thinking comfortable to lay on, you know.
What?
I'm just comfortable to lay on. I like to sleep well, you know. I have a really tough job that I wake up for. And
So these are tables.
You might want to go to the couch or chair section. These are tables.
Okay, could you be a little like nicer? I'm sorry.
Tables go in the dining room.
Are you telling me how to set up my house?
I'm telling you a normal way to set up a house.
Listen, I know I'm not the most normal person in the world. I have a 14-letter long last name, but I like to sleep on a good dining room table in my bedroom. You know what dining room tables do?
Are you married?
Unfortunately, no longer. No, he didn't like me anymore.
Two to the left.
Left. We are directionally challenged.
All right, this is looking good, but I think it needs a piece de resistance. A mini blender.
Oh, right.
Put that in there. We're gonna have it
fire with fire.
Exactly. We're gonna have it eat its own child. All right.
And action.
Three to the right.
Oh, hold it, Ted. Ted, it's breaking. Oh yeah, that is.
Three to the right.
3 to the right. Oh no.
You know, I can't tell if this is piss or olive oil. Either way, it feels pretty nice. It's pretty refreshing.
Well, I'd imagine you can wait.
That's definitely piss.
One to the left.
Look, I understand that you're a big dude with big muscles, and I'm a small, I'm not a small, but I'm a small dude with no muscles.
Yeah, you're small here, not small here.
I know, but that's why I need a wider dining room table to lay on.
Yeah.
I don't like the oak. I want mahogany. Do you have mahogany?
Yes, we have mahogany, but sir, can you please just go to a bed, couch, or a chair section?
Excuse me, I pay your bills.
One to the left.
So you tell me you don't miss the balloon animals on command?
Oh, on command.
You don't miss the harmonica playing in the wee hours of the morn? You're gonna look me right in the eye and tell me you didn't appreciate my random screaming?
Do you know what I have instead of that?
Please tell me, what cheap Chinese substitute do you have? Yeah, squeeze me like you used to when we lived together. Come on.
Sleep!
Sleep?
I have sleep, Ted!
Oh, you poor baby.
No, I'm not a poor baby. I'm a sleeping baby who can sleep.
And I made you woke! I taught you all you knew about
that didgeridoo that you never learned.
You leave Tyrone out of this.
Listen, Ted. I let you use my TV, my soundbar, I lost the remotes in a week.
I let you borrow all my comic books.
Dante was an angel. Matt was an angel. You were dirty.
I was your devil because you needed character. You needed structure and challenge.
I already knew how to wash dishes, Ted. I didn't need you.
A funnier joke couldn't be said. My God.
4 to the left.
It's funny because we're roommates. And another thing.
Before we start, all comes full circle.
Oh, yes.
Unlike your hand with a sponge on a plate, full circle.
Rubbing
You never get that through your head, could you?
Listen, you gotta take that George Foreman and you gotta scrub it.
That's not my job.
You cooked the food on it.
Really? Food? That's what you call that.
I
had no spices. I had no muse.
Oh,
I had nobody to
I
vent
like
to until I
human.
cooked.
I like human.
I may have had 3 roommates, but I was never more alone in that house.
And why didn't you leave like I did? We could have been something.
Because there's something that people do in this life, Nikos, and it's called settling. You have this horrible thing called expectations, and apparently I couldn't meet them.
2 to the right.
Oh my God.
So you said that was piss, huh?
Yeah, it's actually not as bad as I thought. Wait, your hand's not stuck anymore?
Oh, yeah, it is. That is definitely piss.
Yeah.
And scene.
Sponsored by actual facts about our apartment. I do live in 101A. 102.
Our next game is an old favorite called Emo Office. This is for Mark, Zach, Brandon, and Greg. Hi. Can I get an emotion for Brandon?
Regret.
Regret. I heard regret. Can I get an emotion for Zach?
Mildly interested.
Mildly interested. That's a mildly interesting one. Can I get an emotion for Greg?
Ecstatic.
Ecstatic. And for Mark?
Happy.
Mark as an emotion. How about happy? And we'll see how this plays out here.
My boss is gonna hate me for what I just sent to him. It was just supposed to be like a little email rant, and then like I accidentally hit that enter button and send off it goes. I'm gonna do when I get fired. I'm not gonna be able to afford food anymore. Family's gonna leave me.
Hey, Brandon.
Hey.
What's happening?
Not much. Not much. How about you? How about you?
You know, getting those reports done.
Oh, those reports.
Those reports.
Me too. Me too.
Listen.
What's up?
Did you get the memo?
What? The one last week?
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
It doesn't matter.
All right.
Listen, you gotta work harder, I think.
I do? Okay.
Better.
Okay. I could see that.
One more thing. You have a spec on your computer.
Okay.
Olive oil.
Yeah. I had a sub. Yeah.
Happiness, happiness. This is definitely something I do on a regular day.
I doubt it, but okay.
Mark! Yeah! How's it been?
Good! It's supposed to be good, right?
Yeah. How's the kids?
You know, one's off to college, the other one hates me. So going well.
You got half. You got half.
I got half.
You got half.
We're having a family barbecue next weekend.
Oh, really?
Am I
Yeah.
invited? Can I come?
Yeah, you guys are more than welcome to come.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I can bring potato salad.
Potato salad, you could bring the burgers.
I'll bring the burgers.
Right.
Yes.
Oh, man.
Lawn games? Will there be lawn games?
Yeah.
Did I hear family picnic? Holy crap! Oh my god! Holy crap! Oh my god! I love families! I love picnics! I love stuff! I love lawn games! Food! I love literally everything! I'm so pumped!
Wait, guess what I'm bringing?
What?
Potato salad.
That's my third
goes to U Albany.
New Albany.
Yeah, he's
Lucky kid. I went to St. Rose.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Wow. Place. I like it.
You know, happiness goes away there. All right, I gotta see. I gotta go.
Right. Well, okay. I think we were yelling. I couldn't really tell. Hey, listen, that barbecue?
Yeah.
The potato salad, is it good?
I mean, last I checked, it's good. My wife thinks it's good.
See you around.
I can't go to that place Saturday. I can't. I don't know how to make potato salad. Jeez.
And scene. Thank you. For this next game, I have to ask Nikos to please leave the premises.
They don't like me anymore.
Care to join me, Ted?
I would love to.
And Greg and Tanner.
Here or there.
So, Nikos has left, and Nikos is late for work. Ted is Nikos' boss. I need to know from you why Nikos is late.
Making Jello.
He was making Jello. How does he normally get to work?
Bicycle. Flying saucer.
Unicycle.
Are you a flying saucer? So he usually gets to work by a flying saucer, but the making of the Jello is holding him up. But how does Nico eventually end up getting to work?
Swimming.
World War III.
How about swimming? So Nikos is on his flying saucer to get to work. He's late because he has to make some Jello, and he eventually swims to work. Can they get Nikos back, please? Thank you.
He is late.
He's late to work. Now he's dead.
If you're late, the boss wants to see you right now.
Ah, crap.
No, please, take your time.
Oh, I see.
Hey, Nikos!
Hey, boss. Hey, guys. How you doing? It's been a morning.
Please, sit.
Wait, here? I'd rather they could sit at my desk and get to work.
Let's have a talk.
Talk.
Please. Before my blood pressure gets any higher, you want to tell me why you were late?
All right.
Start from the beginning.
Okay, so I woke up this morning, right? And oh, you wouldn't believe it. I was spinning around. Oh, no.
Spit it out. Come on.
I was riding a flying saucer to work.
That is so unbelievable. I buy it. So what happened to your flying saucer? Don't touch me.
All right. So I was riding my flying saucer to work, and those are aerodynamic geniuses.
Of course.
And as I was driving to work, I don't get time to eat in the morning, right? So as I was driving to work, I was, decided to make my breakfast, and I made some Jello.
Jello for breakfast. Why not?
It wasn't good. Excuse me, my inner child never died.
Ain't that the truth?
Ain't that the truth indeed? Flying my flying saucer, making some Jello.
So then why were you late?
Well, I was eating my Jello, and
Excuse me for one moment. Boyd.
Dropped the pencil.
Oh.
Dropped the pencil.
You guys want any Jello?
I'm all set. Thank you, Nikos. Are you okay? You in trouble or?
Oh no, I'm not in trouble.
Don't worry about him. You're
Okay.
helping him with the pencil situation.
Yeah, no, this is my gonna grab the pencil for him.
Good form. Good man.
I got it.
Yeah. You find the pencil, Tanner?
Yeah, I got it.
Would you like some pocket Jello?
Under better circumstance.
It's great. I hope you like it.
My father died from a grape. I'll save it for later. No, the deed is done.
Okay. All right, I also have raspberry. We got a little late because I swam to work after my flying saucer crashed. Oh, God. Want some?
Take me from the beginning.
All right, it's not that hard. All right, so I wake up. You know, the not Savignon moment. I woke up and I turned the key on my flying saucer. You ever seen Rick and Morty? Nothing like that. So I'm in my flying saucer right now, making me some Jello because you know I need some breakfast and you gotta eat or else you're gonna die, and you gotta eat Jello or else you're gonna die.
So you were so preoccupied making gelatin
that I crashed my flying saucer into the lake. Done indeed, and I swam right on here because I didn't want to be later for work, Dad.
If you weren't my only kin. Just get back to work.
Here's some more pocket Jello.
Don't tell your mother.
Would never. It's between us.
Hey Nikos, the guys and I are gonna go swimming at the rec center after this.
Sweet, I just got in a good swim this morning.
Sweet, awesome.
And scene.
Yeah, that's fine. So the next game we are going to be playing tonight is called Two Lines. So I need Ben, Mark, and Kyle to come up on stage. Mark will be here in about an hour. Okay, so the way Two Lines works is that, don't be shy, is that Mark in the middle here has the full English vocabulary at his disposal. He can say whatever he wants. Whereas Ben and Kyle, thank goodness, are only restricted to 2 lines of dialogue. And you guys have the power to choose which lines they are. So to start off, I need a question for Ben. A generic question you would hear on a daily basis, nothing super specific.
What time is it?
What time is it? Frequently asked question. Now, can we get a simple question for Kyle?
How do I breathe?
How do I breathe? I asked that to you on a daily. Now back to Ben. Changed up a little bit. I just need a generic statement.
Oh, yeah.
You're not my supervisor.
You're not my supervisor. You're not my supervisor. And the same for Kyle.
Why? Why would you leave me?
Why would you leave me? I heard why would you leave me? Yeah. Go for it. What was your question statement?
Oh, wait, they're both questions.
Both questions.
That's true. I didn't think of that.
I didn't think of
All right, so we need another generic statement.
Let me see your supervisor.
What was that?
Let me see your supervisor.
Let me see your supervisor.
Let me see your supervisor, and how do I breathe?
That's it. And what is your question statement?
What time is it? And you're not my supervisor.
Mark can say whatever he wants in this. Can we get a location for these guys?
Staples.
Garden.
They're out of Staples. How fitting. And begin scene.
Alright. Now, we're just stapling things.
You're not my supervisor.
No. What?
How do I breathe?
Are you having a heart attack?
How do I breathe?
Breathe!
How do I breathe? What time is it?
You're not having a heart attack. You're just incredibly stupid.
Let me see your supervisor.
What is that?
You're not
I
my
don't
supervisor.
have a supervisor. No, I don't
You're
have
not
a
my
supervisor.
Let me see your supervisor.
You're not my supervisor. What time is it?
You don't have a watch on that hand. Why were you looking at
What
it?
time is it?
Hair. You need a shave, man. Really, goddamn.
You're not my supervisor.
I'm not your supervisor. You're right. I don't know why you keep asking me these questions. What?
Hey, let me see your supervisor.
You want to see my supervisor? You want to see my supervisor? Okay. Here's the thing. I don't have a supervisor.
Let me see your supervisor.
You're not my supervisor.
How do I breathe?
What time is it?
You want to know how to breathe?
Where? Who is your supervisor?
No one! No one is my goddamn supervisor. Why do you keep at what?
What time is it?
You hairy bastard! Get away!
Wait, what time is it?
How do I breathe?
I don't know. It's off. It's off. It doesn't work.
Let me see your supervisor.
You're not my
Let me see your
supervisor.
supervisor. Enough!
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 What time is it?
Do some goddamn work, you hairy ape, and you,
supervisor,
don't die of a heart attack. That's all I want.
Let me see your supervisor.
He's not here. He's not here. Okay. You need some work? Come on.
You're not my supervisor.
And see. Great job. Okay, so the next game we are going to be playing is called Who Do You Follow? So you're going to stay. We're going to have Ted and Kyle start off on stage. And the best way to describe this game is it's sort of like a choose-your-own-adventure kind of book. Like a Neil Patrick Harris biography, or autobiography, I should say. And all I need from you guys is a non-geographical location.
Tattoo parlor.
What's that?
Tattoo parlor.
Tattoo parlor. We're going to do a tattoo parlor.
Oh my.
Begin scene.
What can I get for you?
Hi.
First time?
Yeah.
So what are you thinking of doing? All this? Sleeve? Palm?
Is that a thing?
Fresh blood. I say we do your forehead.
I say we don't.
I say we make a statement, darling. I say we make you beautiful. What do you say?
Okay.
Yes. Now, did you dream last night?
I dream every night.
Good, good. Initiative, I love it. What did you dream of last night?
Was it colorful?
Did you see any animals?
Yes.
Was it beautiful? Describe it to me. Could it fly?
There was a deer
A deer. Was it grazing?
bouncing off my bumper.
The bumper of your car. That's a true story. Life is a dream. You're right. All right, then. So a deer crashing into your bumper.
Yes.
On your bumper.
Yes.
Goodness.
Make it red, please.
Red?
Yes.
Goodness gracious. Dearest me, I seem to have misplaced my tools. I have to find them. I tell you what.
Man.
I'll go find my guy who will help me get my tools. You make yourself presentable. And yes, we'll get that deer in your forehead clicking and you say, oh shit, a deer. Go.
Who do you follow? Ted or Kyle?
Ted.
Ted.
Needles everywhere. Are we gonna do a tattoo now?
Yes, here we are. Now I need you. I need you to focus.
Okay. What are we doing? What are we doing?
Now, you remember that?
Tattoo? Tattoo you.
Very good.
Tattoo.
No, not me. Not me.
Of course.
Not like last week. You remember what happened last week?
Big booty on the back.
Yes. Very large tuchus on the small of my back. I'm glad you're taking your fish pills for your memory. Oh, thank you. The tools. And only half of them are broken this time. Progress, Pedro. That's all I asked for.
It's okay.
Now,
I tried my best.
do you remember what you ate raw last week?
Let's see. Celery, burger meat, pizza.
And the deer. You remember eating the deer raw?
The deer was good, yeah. The deer was really
It
good.
didn't sit well, but you ate it raw, and I was very horrified.
It made me up all night, yicky.
Yeah, yicky. So, we have a strapping young lady in the office, and we need to put a car hitting a deer on her forehead.
I do that best.
You do it best?
I do the
Can I
best
trust
getting
you?
hit by deer. It's my best drawing.
Hand to God. I
Just
can
a
believe
thumbs
that.
up for deers.
I think you two are perfect for each other. Here you are. Take the tools, make some magic happen.
Okay. Oh, I'm nervous.
Ah, yes. Hone that fear.
I gotta
Hone it.
Okay.
Mess this up and we're both out.
Who do you follow, Ted or Greg?
Greg.
Okay. Get yourself together. Pedro, you can do this. You just like this. You can.
I brought a tie with me.
Oh, okay. Are you the one getting the deer getting hit on your arm?
Head.
Forehead. Perfect. Okay. Take a seat. Take a seat. Okay. Boss says talk like a man.
I'm a little scared, so I'll talk like a man too.
Okay, I just need you to lay it back a little bit so I can get your head perfect.
Do I think I sound like Randy Newman? Everybody says I sound just like Randy Newman.
Yeah, you sound just like Randy Newman.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna roll all these sterile needles onto the floor and pick which one I'm gonna use.
Sterile is my favorite type of needle.
Uh-oh, they're not sterile anymore. They're all dirty now. Uh-oh. Are you okay if I do it anyway?
No.
Okay.
I guess I don't have a choice.
Nope, I'm too nervous to turn back now. I'm ambitious.
Okay.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
It's gonna be quick. It's just gonna be one deer and one bumper.
Yeah, only one.
Okay, ready? I'm gonna count 3, 2,
goodness.
1. I'm gonna sing the Toy Story song. 3, 2. I gotta use the bathroom. Hold on just a moment.
Who do you follow, myself or Kyle?
Kyle.
Kyle.
All right, where is the troglodyte that put this on my arm? Do you work here?
No.
I got my motorcycle hitting a moose on my arm, and I hate it! I went home and I undid the wrappings, and they gave the moose horns when it should have antlers. My motorcycle isn't even a motorcycle. It's a unicycle. You know how I know it's a unicycle and not a motorcycle? Please ask. Please ask.
How do you know it's a unicycle?
Because it only has one wheel!
I assumed that one, yeah.
I hate it here. And if you don't work here, you better tell me where someone does.
He went that way.
Who do you follow, Nikos or Kyle? Nikos.
All right. Where's you?
Ah, my summer rose. Do you love it? What I've done to you? Oh, your silence is everything. Ooh, you. A grappler.
Is your father still alive?
Oh, no, he died from the grave.
Would you like to meet him? I hate it!
Oh, hate is such a strong word.
Do you know what a motorcycle is?
Well, there's a thing called artistic rendition.
Artistic? You calling this art?
I call it creative liberty. This is a free country.
What is this, some Jackson Pollock stuff? Listen, I had something very specific. A motorcycle is a motorcycle. 2 wheels, you ride around.
I hope you have a helmet.
There's a helmet on here.
Yes.
That wasn't the important part.
I may be an artist, but I practice safety.
I walked in here, there were needles on the ground.
And half of them were sterilized. Don't be such a bore.
Half of them were broken.
Well, obstacles. You have to work for art, darling. You have to suffer for it.
I'm gonna sue.
You're gonna sue?
I'm gonna sue for so much money. And I'm gonna get it all.
You're gonna get it all?
All of it. From you and that assistant of yours.
Well, you can just kiss this then. I got those on last week.
Was that supposed to be a butt?
Yes, admire it. And don't let it hit you on the way out.
Oh my God. I have to stop that kid.
Who do we follow, Nikos or Ted?
Nikos.
We're going to follow Nikos.
Listen, you gotta get out of here. Look, 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 look. You see these? None of them are sterile. I think that one's broken. Here, look, look. Ready? No! Why would you do that? It's broken! Ha! Yes! I can win this lawsuit. I am so sorry. Listen, you can sue them for money.
I'm gonna sue you!
What did I do?
You put a needle in my forehead!
Oh, is it a crime to try?
Now I speak like a man!
How about you start acting like one too and sue them with me, class action? We can make money. They clearly tattooed you terribly. I don't know who did that.
It was you!
Stop throwing accusations when they're the bad guys.
Bad guys put needles in good guys' foreheads.
Exactly. Oh. Well, it doesn't matter.
Good guy!
Listen, lady. They were going to defile your face. Please. I need help. Here, I'm gonna... Look at this. Isn't that terrible?
That is exactly the tattoo I'm looking for.
Oh my God! It's a moose! It's a moose!
Who do you follow, Nikos or Kyle?
Kyle.
Thank God I'm gonna bring in
Moose, unicycle, now. My goodness. Someone's grown some balls in the time it took them to get 30. What's this? Ooh, did that hurt? A little bit. You're a trooper. Who did that? The guy that's suing you. Oh, what a card. He's just playing hard to get, don't you worry. So you're saying that you want to change stuff? You want to change it? Sure, yeah. I want a moose getting hit by a unicycle. A unicycle? I decided who should be riding the unicycle? Me. Oh, you're exacting revenge, spiritually? If that's what you want to call it. Also revenge against my mother. So I was getting a tattoo. On my forehead. Typical case. Alright, well, let me just scrounge up what I can here. Alright. Lean back. Close your eyes. Let's see. It was an old nursery rhyme my mother used to say to me. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming down to carry me. You can't struggle so much, darling. The deer's gonna grow horns. It's supposed to be a moose. Carry me home. Creative liberty. Swing low. Something. Can hurry it up over here and done. There you are, my sweet summer child. You have your unicycle and you have your deer getting struck by unicycle. Powerful. If I do say so myself. What do you think? Marvelous, isn't it? Is that your face?
It's
also
scene. So we have one last game we're going to play for you guys tonight, and that game is called Movie Director. So Ryan here is going to be making his directorial debut here, hence the director's chair, and then myself, Kyle, and Zach are going to be the featured actors. Take it away.
Alright, so I know the media industry has been pretty tough lately, and we need to find the absolute perfect movie. We need to find the perfect movie to just go across the charts, go to the top of the charts, and just destroy the competition. Now, I'm thinking about genres. What do I need? What could be a genre for the movie that we're going to produce? I need you to tell me.
Action film.
An action film. Okay. Now, okay, thinking about a name. Someone give me the name of the song you listened to today.
Despacito.
Despacito. Perfect. All right. Your action movie is going to be called Despacito. And now the final thing I need is a non-sexual relationship for these two gentlemen.
Co-workers.
Co-workers. All right. So, here's the premise. You two are co-workers. You are the finest fighters in all of Fighting Incorporated. And there's a new menace on the there's a new menace. And you, with the power of teamwork, need to fight this adversary and figure out how you're going to save your industry. Action! Are you ready?
Ready, bro! We're gonna do this! We're gonna take out Despacito once and for all! You got it! No more radio play! Alright, where is it? Practicing your moves now? Duh! You can't go in cold turkey! Wait. Say hello to my Despacito! Alright! That's a bigger weapon than we had originally anticipated. Are you ready for this? What are you doing? Alright, we're the best fighters that Fighter Incorporated has ever produced, and we're here to take you out! You like what I did there? Yeah, that was really good. I like it, yeah. Yeah, okay. Alright, you're gonna do the dragon punch and I'll do the dragon kick. Oh, you can't spoil the strategy. We gotta do sorry. Let's do the falcon. I do the dragon kick, you do the dragon punch. Got it! Dragon kick, dragon punch, got it. No! Should we use, go! Get There we go! We've done it!
Cut! We've cut!
Taken out.
Cut! No!
Careful!
No! Stop! Action movie, not working. We're not using action movies now. Someone, give me another genre. Give me another genre.
Romance.
Silent musical.
Romance.
A romance movie. All right. Here's how we're gonna do this. So you are Stacy. You are the most beautiful girl in all of St. Rose High School.
Yes!
And you are Spencer, and you want to win the affection of Stacy. But you want to take her to prom. You have one issue. Her ex-boyfriend, the linebacker of St. Rose High, wants to stop you from taking Stacy to prom. Action!
Hey, Spencer. Stacy. Yeah. You looking hot today. Always do. So, listen, Stacy, I wanted to ask you something, you know? I've been thinking a lot, you know? And I was wondering if you... I was wondering if you wanted to go to the dance. Prom, yeah, thank you, Stacy. I knew you'd understand. We're like the perfect consent to touch. Yeah, perfect. Well, you're gonna have to fight my ex-boyfriend. Oh God! You didn't tell me your boyfriend was Brock. Oh God! Hate him, man.
Yes, I am!
Look what you did to me, Stacy. I can't get out of this stance. I always look like I'm scared now.
Cut!
Stacy.
Cut! I like the humor, but no. Okay, that's two genres. Gone down. Okay. All right.
I saw nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, neither did I. My woman was very
Yeah,
spot on.
shut up.
Okay.
You guys work for me. All right. Third time's a charm. Another genre.
Noir musical.
Educational.
Noir. You know what? Go to do a musical. Now, here's the premise of the musical. You two.
It's getting exciting.
Yeah, no, right?
Get-
The artistic mind's really ramping up here.
I'm getting real psyched for this.
Hold me close, Stacy.
You too.
My name's Tom. My real name's Tom.
Oh.
I'm a
You
good
two
actor, okay?
are the local gang members in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
And you guys, you need to figure out how you're going to get yourself off the streets. You need to figure out everything. How you're going to get off the streets and how you're going to get your job. You are the man that's going to stop them. You are the man that tries everything that you possibly can to stop these gangsters from achieving their goals. Action!
So we're just a couple of gangsters in Brooklyn.
Out here doing Brooklyn things.
We don't want to be here in Brooklyn.
I'd rather be in the Bronx.
I don't know if I agree with that, because you know that place is kind of whack.
You got that?
Yeah, I got that. So let's get jobs. Let's stop being gangsters. So where do we start?
McDonald's?
Fast food sounds good, but maybe Walmart would be better.
Target?
Target's really good, but maybe Walmart would be better.
Let's
go!
go!
Say can you? It's Brock! That's not cool, man! Brock is attacking us! Bro, you're switching up our style. Oh, I mean, Brock, yo, you're attacking us! Yeah. That's not cool, man! Yeah. You gotta stay away! I think it's very cool to attack you. Maybe we should join his style so that we blend in. I agree. I attack, and I attack, and we fight back, and we fight back, and I attack, and we fight back.
You gently put down the chair. You gently put down the chair.
Now me, I don't personally have a problem with it. I think it's perfect.
Me too.
But just in case the executives need another idea and this one doesn't work, I think we're gonna give it one more shot.
It's time for my break.
It's time for your break? Yeah, no, it's not. All right, you get your break in 10. All right.
Or 4?
One last genre to save this industry.
Tragedy.
Sad.
A sad tragedy.
Always gets the hearts pumping.
Yes! Always gets the middle-aged women angry. Always gets them happy. Always gets them sad. Makes them feel all sorts of emotions. All right. Tragedy. Now, the premise is you. You are Jack.
Oh.
And you want to find your true love. You want to find your true love, Stacy. Stacy's coming. Oh, Stacy's coming back. Stacy's coming back. I like this idea. Stacy's coming back.
I told you.
God damn it!
But-
I put the extensions back in.
But Stacy's been dead for 13 years. And you have no idea how to deal with this. And you are the private investigator that is accusing him of the crime. Action!
Just going on my morning. Oh my gosh! I remember you from 13 years ago. Back in high school at St. Rose High. It's Stacy. Oh, Stacy, you look exactly the same, but with 13 years of decay. Oh, Stacy, a tragedy. Oh, so sad.
Jack.
Yep. What are you supposed to be, buddy? That's not tears. Shut up. What?
I've been on this case for 13 years.
What a coincidence. Stacy's been dead for about
13 years. Had only I known, my investigation would lead me right back to you.
That's funny that you say that because it's the first time I've seen her in 13 years.
I know, because she died 13 years ago. Last time you saw her, that's how murder works.
But I'm crying, you see? Look at all these tears.
What the hell? Stacy! Get away from me! Get away from me!
Stacy, you have some explaining to do.
Cut! Hell is real! Hell is real!
Don't play with me like that, Stacy.
Cut! I said cut!
You can have your break.
You're a psycho! You actually killed me for this scene!
You can have your breaks now. Perfect. It's gonna go to Hollywood. Finally they'll take me back. Maybe my wife will take me back.
Yay to marriage.
We have the movie! We have it!
You guys are on break. Have a good one.
So thank you all for coming out tonight. We really hope you enjoyed the show. You can follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/creativeapes. We also have a Snapchat. Zach, help me out here. What's the Snapchat? It's Creative Apes?
Just Creative Apes.
Just Creative Apes. So if you want to get snaps promoting shows, us doing
Plug our
rehearsals.
SoundCloud.
I am going to plug the SoundCloud. We'll get to it. So Snapchat is Creative Apes, and we also have a podcast that we have put on our SoundCloud. So if you search Creative Apes Radio, it'll all be right there.
Plug our mixtape.
And a mixtape in the works. So now, lastly, we have a show in St. Joe's this Monday. It'll be our last big show of the semester, so if you like what you saw tonight, then we're going to be doing a whole big show there, and we're also raffling away an Amazon Fire Stick. It's only a $1 raffle, so if you guys don't want to get out of bed to change Netflix, that is going to be what you want. And with that being said, show starts at 5 also. So that being said, thank you guys for coming out tonight, and hope you enjoyed. Goodbye.